the greatest chess players of all times.
You said it.
Yeah, I said it, but I know you know I'm not lying, I'm not exaggerating. And maybe the greatest of all time. I don't know, because it's difficult. Maybe not in chess, because you can analyze the old players. You can see what they've done, how you do it. And why did you stop playing professionally in 2005?
Look, you reach your limits. It happens. And for me, it was not just winning or losing, mainly winning, of course, but it was about making the difference.
I see.
And look, I was 41. I reached all the limits. I conquered all the mountain peaks. I accomplished more than I could have thought of. And you always have to improve yourself. You have to look for other things. And I decided I would have to go.
Dê os primeiros passos para se tornar um mestre do xadrez. Você sempre quis aprender xadrez, mas nunca soube por onde começar? Seu jogo está prestes a mudar. Muitas pessoas desejam aprender xadrez, mas sentem-se perdidas diante da complexidade do jogo. Você já se imaginou dominando o tabuleiro, antecipando os movimentos do seu oponente e vencendo partidas com maestria? Nosso curso online de xadrez para iniciantes oferece uma jornada passo a passo, do básico ao avançado. Aprenda no seu ritmo, em qualquer lugar e a qualquer momento. Desenvolva habilidades estratégicas, melhore sua concentração e tome decisões mais assertivas. Inscreva-se agora e torne-se um mestre do xadrez. Oferecemos uma garantia de satisfação de 7 dias. Se por algum motivo você não ficar completamente satisfeito com o curso, basta entrar em contato conosco dentro de uma semana após a inscrição e nós reembolsaremos seu investimento sem questionamentos.
Well, for 15 years you were the top of the top.
And for 20 years, #1 in rating, yes.
That's really
It's a long
something.
time. It's like eternity.
I read somewhere that in a few years, chess will always end in a draw. But you heard about that?
Okay, there are many rumors about different
because
things.
the computer playing.
Yeah. Look, people talk about everything, about climate change, about inevitable draw in chess, about Terminators, taking over a world. So, no. Chess is a mathematically infinite game, because when you look at the number of moves, all possible moves, it's more than number of atoms in the solar system. So it's beyond any computer's ability to calculate. Yeah, so that's why chess will not be solved.
Well, you played. You had 2 games with the big computer. What's the name of the computer?
Deep Blue.
The Deep Blue.
Yes.
And you won one and you lost the other one.
Happens.
Yeah. Which one? First you won, then.
Yeah, but it's yes.
Because
and then they dismantled the computer.
Sure.
Yeah, that's which was not fair.
No, not at all.
When in the sport, when it's 1-1, you play a decisive match, but they decided it was enough.
So, what age were you when you started playing?
6.
6 years. Was it your father that?
Family. I learned at family. It was natural for me. So like some people pick up music, I just picked up chess moves.
Yeah, I see. And also, it's almost a national sport in Russia. Can
No,
you say
I wouldn't say it's a national sport. It was highly popular because at the communist time there were not so many opportunities available for kids to show their talent. So that's why chess, music. So everybody.
No individualism in communism times, right?
Look, but chess is irony is that the chess is a very individual game that was used as the propaganda tool.
Yeah, that's
propaganda
paradox.
tool to prove the intellectual superiority of the communist regime over decadent West.
Yeah.
So that's why it's I have to admit I benefited from the state support at early days.
Well, sure, of course, but I mean I find it really a paradox that it's something that shows that there is one individual that is...
but it's not, you know, people pay attention not to the individualism of the game, but more to the intellectual quality. So
well, anyway,
chess considered to be like, you know, the ultimate mark of intellect.
So they did this reasoning. If he can do that, all Soviet people can do the same.
It's you know, it's in the Cold War. Maybe most of the audience, I look at the age, don't remember.
Yeah, thank God.
Yes, thanks God, yeah. But in the Cold War, any competition, you know, in sport and in science and music, of course, space, everything was taken as from the ideological point of view.
Right.
So chess was a perfect field for Soviet regime to demonstrate that we are intellectually nearly perfect.
During the communist regime, when you traveled, did you have a lot of KGB agents to protect you, to avoid people to come near you?
I was very fortunate. First time I traveled abroad, I was 13. And I went to Paris, actually to France. I played a junior championship under 16. So by age 16, 17, I already had experience of traveling. Yes, there was always someone, you know, in the team to watch out and just to report back in the Soviet Union. But again, it's just I gained quickly my independence. Yes, my independence. And of course, you know, just watching the outside world and coming back and comparing these things, it was a phenomenal experience for me.
There are some players that impress me a lot, like Capablanca, who started to play by himself.
Yeah, by age 4.
He was around 4.
Yeah, but it was...
Do you think there's something medionic about that?
No, look, you know, it's like Mozart started to record music at age 4. So it's I think it's the element of genius, you know, it's probably quite similar because it's an ability to think in non-concrete forms, music, chess. So it happens, you know, you can have genius in Austria like Mozart or Capablanca in Cuba.
Yeah, and sometimes they just flip, like Bobby Fischer.
Look, there are certain great champions in the history of chess who went nuts. but when you look at the science, you know, just mathematics or physics,
same thing.
No, the number is much higher.
Yeah, much higher. And there is a Brazilian writer, a great Brazilian writer called Milor Fernandes, once wrote that chess is a Chinese game which enhances the ability to play chess. Do you think that that's true, or
but chess,
it really broadens your mind to everything?
No, I don't. I'm a professional chess player. I used to be, and it sounds a bit odd to hear it from me, but an ability to play chess doesn't mean more than an ability to play chess. Now, it means what you can do with that. So I used to write about it and to use chess as a tool to analyze decision making. But for most of the chess players, it's just an ability to play chess. You can have great people in other sports or in science, but they could be very limited to very narrow to their area of expertise.
There are great stories, great novels like Stefan Zweig's about
chess novel.
This is something...
Illusion Defense, Nabokov. Unfortunately, the great literature did the very bad service for chess because it always created people with some kind of mental fluctuations.
What are you doing in Brazil? Is it your first time here now, in Brazil?
No, as far as I remember, it's not my first time. I was here in '96, in 2004, 2005. And as a matter of fact, in 1992, when I traveled to Argentina, my suitcase went to Rio de Janeiro first. So, okay, I lost it for a couple of days. So my suitcase made it before I did. So in 1992.
Dê os primeiros passos para se tornar mestre do xadrez. Você sempre quis aprender xadrez, mas nunca soube por onde começar? Seu jogo está prestes a mudar. Muitas pessoas desejam aprender xadrez, mas sentem-se perdidas diante da complexidade do jogo. Você já se imaginou dominando o tabuleiro, antecipando os movimentos do seu oponente e vencendo partidas com maestria? Nosso curso online de xadrez para iniciantes oferece uma jornada passo a passo, do básico ao avançado. Aprenda no seu ritmo, em qualquer lugar e a qualquer momento. Desenvolva habilidades estratégicas, melhore sua concentração e tome decisões mais assertivas. Inscreva-se agora e torne-se mestre do xadrez. Oferecemos uma garantia de satisfação de 7 dias. Se por algum motivo você não ficar completamente satisfeito com o curso, Basta entrar em contato conosco dentro de uma semana após a inscrição e nós reembolsaremos seu investimento sem questionamentos.